McLaren driver Daniel Ricciardo is not having a great season, there's no denying that. The Australian has struggled to adapt to the new cars built under the revised technical regulations, falling far behind teammate Lando Norris. He is currently ranked 12th in the championship standings, 47 points behind Norris, who sits best of the rest at 7th. Nonetheless, Ricciardo was relieved to finish in the points after a difficult Austrian Grand Prix weekend, but he wouldn't go as far as to say he was happy. Hello and welcome to another video from World of Racing. Did you know that Ayrton Senna was the most pole-winning driver for McLaren? Do you know how many poles he won for the team? Stick around till later in the video to find out. Ricciardo finished 9th at the Red Bull Ring, his 4th point return of the 2022 season. When he was eliminated from Q1 and outpaced by teammate Lando Norris, it appeared unlikely, despite Norris having a brake problem and switching to an older power unit after a failure in FP1 that also cost him track time in the final practice session before qualifying. Norris and Ricciardo finished qualifying 15th and 16th respectively, but rose to 7th and 9th by the end of the race to keep the team in 4th place in the Constructors' Championship. Following the race, Ricciardo stated, "On a weekend when we weren't strong, really ever, I think we did well to walk away with a double points finish." However, his points finish does not change the fact that he is still performing far behind expectations, especially given that he did not even beat his teammate in Austria. And it's not looking good for his future at McLaren. Ricciardo's long-term future at the Woking-based team was first called into question during the Monaco Grand Prix weekend when CEO Zak Brown stated that the Australian driver's results had fallen short of expectations. Ricciardo has always thrived on total trust in the car, which is especially important on a track like Monaco. He knows what it takes to win there, making his run to 13th despite the rain offering the chance to shake things up at a fairly bleak result. McLaren can, of course, use some of the work done last year to help Ricciardo acclimate to the car and improve his performance towards the end of the season. Nonetheless, this is unquestionably a race against the clock. If Ricciardo continues to struggle in the next 5 or 6 races as the silly season heats up, both he and McLaren will undoubtedly be swept up in the merry-go-round. Even if a contract is in place, they will want to avoid the speculation and distraction that it can cause. The team had wanted to sign Ricciardo way back in 2018 when he dramatically left Red Bull to link up with Renault. The team finally got its man in 2021, and while it now has a race win thanks to him, there is no sugarcoating the fact that things didn't go as planned. Ricciardo was supposed to be a catalyst in its charge back to the big leagues in F1. This season in particular, he's fallen far short of that. McLaren, however, is well aware of Ricciardo's abilities. We saw that last year at Monza, where he was simply unbeatable, even without Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton crashing out together. The potential and hunger remain, and McLaren is committed to getting the most out of him. Last year, Ricciardo used the summer break to reset and come back stronger in the second half of the season, which he did admirably. Waiting until the Spa-Zandvoort-Monza triple header to really hit his stride this time around may be too late to keep the noise from becoming too much, leading to some soul-searching about Ricciardo's future. McLaren has made the commitment to make it work with Ricciardo. However, if things do not improve quickly, its patience will undoubtedly be tested. Ricciardo acknowledged that his time with the team had not produced the results that he or his bosses would have preferred, but he stated emphatically in Monaco that he was committed for the full 3 years of his contract, which expires at the end of 2023. However, speaking ahead of a visit to the Indianapolis 500, Zak Brown suggested that McLaren's agreement with Ricciardo was not completely watertight. When asked if there was a way out for the driver or team if they didn't want to race in 2023, Brown said, "I don't want to get into the contract, but there are mechanisms in which we're committed to each other and mechanisms in which we're not. I spoke with Daniel about it. We're not getting the results that we both hoped for, but we're going to continue to push. I think he showed in Monza last year he can win races, but also need to develop our race car. It's not capable of winning races, but we'd like to see him further up the grid. And we'll see how things develop and what he wants to do. And then we've got our testing program ramping up, but we're in no rush." Ricciardo's future appears to be dependent on the progress of McLaren's IndyCar rookies, with Colton Herta named as a leading contender if the team felt confident enough to go with a rookie. Earlier this year, it was announced that 7-time IndyCar race winner Herta would partake in a testing program in a year-old McLaren F1 car. F1 changed its testing restrictions for 2022, allowing teams to use their cars from the previous year in private tests. Red Bull junior Jehan Daruvala was the first to complete public running in McLaren's MCL 35M with a 2-day test prior to the British Grand Prix at Silverstone. Now, this week at Portimao, which hosted 2 F1 Grand Prix in 2020 and 2021, Andretti Autosport driver Herta will begin his testing program with McLaren as part of a 3-day test at the Portuguese circuit. McLaren team boss Andreas Seidel commented on the prospect, "We have an agreement with Colton where we wanted to give him a chance to run a Formula 1 car to show what he is actually able to do in such a car. We have the possibility to run a 1-year-old car this year, and that's the objective of the test, first to see how he is doing there." Herta has been considering a move to F1 since his Andretti team's ultimately unsuccessful bid to purchase the Sauber-run Alfa Romeo F1 entry. And those hopes have been rekindled by Michael Andretti's attempts to enter Formula 1 this year, which have thus far been unsuccessful. This year, F1 teams must run at least 2 free practice sessions with a young driver, someone who has not competed in more than 2 F1 races. Pato O'Ward, yet another IndyCar driver for McLaren, has long been rumoured to get one of those opportunities, having driven for the F1 team in the post-season Abu Dhabi test last December. Seidel revealed that the Portimao test will be used as part of the team's ongoing driver evaluation, which will assist McLaren in deciding who will run in those practice sessions. But whoever gets the better of the two, Daniel Ricciardo will be hoping that none of them are quick enough to be a potential threat to his seat in the team. Although Ricciardo has a contract until the end of 2023, as previously stated, there are avenues that could allow the team to part ways with the Australian, and Ricciardo is aware of this as, despite being assured that his position was secure, he stated that there was no question of him feeling so safe that he became complacent about his seat. Absolutely not. There is a level of signing early in a season that gives you some comfort, but that comfort shouldn't be misconstrued with complacency. Absolutely not. It's as simple as this. My results, I want them to be better. I know that it can be better, and I want to enjoy that success with the team. So I'm not going to just sit back in 13th and be complacent or happy about that. Not at all. Despite Brown's comments, Ricciardo stated that he and his bosses were fully committed to resolving the situation and gaining momentum throughout 2023. We've had a catch-up. I think nothing needed to be kind of elaborated on it. I think sometimes we, and I'm guilty of it as well, get caught up in the media and not always make total sense of things. But it is clear for us moving forward. My contract's clear with the team until the end of next year. I'm fully committed and I've certainly voiced that. It's obviously now just on track to show it and show these moments and these races that I know I am capable of. And I do truly believe that I have the full support of the team and we want to do it together. It remains to be seen how Daniel Ricciardo will handle the pressures of his new struggle and how he plans to recover. However, as things currently stand, his future with McLaren is far from secure, and it will take a string of excellent results for the Australian to retain his seat for 2023. Do you think McLaren will keep Daniel Ricciardo until the end of 2023 and beyond, or is it time for a change? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section down below. If you like this video, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content just like this. And if you made it this far, did you know that Ayrton Senna took a total of 46 pole positions for McLaren? Don't forget to check out some of our other videos and share this video with your friends or your enemies. Stay safe and happy racing!